All right, warriors, gather around. Before we get started, let's do a breathing exercise. 5 seconds. It's going to take 5 seconds, 5 Mississippis. What we're going to do is we're going to breathe in deep, hold it, release together. We're going to ease into some healing today. It's going to take us making room between our ears and that high-priced real estate to fill in rumination with the right butterfly feelings, the excitement of learning something new and being able to get out there and deploy it, be able to use it, win a couple of battles here or there, build up on your self-confidence, knowing that this awareness are instruments or tools, they're weapons. Reverse narcology is giving you what you need, not to survive, but to thrive in the front line, to create your paradise on earth and become the spectator you're supposed to be. You see, you're supposed to be looking at narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths as entertainment, observing from the bleachers. You're not supposed to be a part of that blood sport. They're supposed to be your entertainment. That's what it is for your enemies to be at your footstool. You prop your feet up on the entertainment. Let's take 5 seconds, man. Let's take a badass walk. Come on. Release slowly. All right. Shake it off, shake it off. You know, Bob Marley said, and I quote, "Truth is, everybody's going to hurt you. You just got to find the ones that are worth suffering for." We all have things to work on. The travesty of being raised in insane asylums, unaware, is you adopt some toxic traits, things to work on. The butterfly feelings is knowing you're bettering yourself. Narcissism stays stuck. And the reason why is they're dissatisfied. The lack of accountability and the capability to actually be responsible eludes them. In their lives, they will continue in this cycle. A vicious cycle of temporary connections, full discovery, and creating frenemies. This is the life of the narcissist. Now, they want to convince you, of course, that they're perfect. They like the old unhealed version of you. They put them on a pedestal. When they can't convince you to become the doormat again, during the Hoover, is when you can expect violent behavior. They'll snap. Of course, that depends on the level of desperation. If you're hearing the "I love yous," here's what I want you to remember. Ain't nobody fall in love quicker than a homeless narcissist. Warriors, they will do anything and everything they ever thought to promise you for about 30 days or until their next monkey jump, your replacement. So they can rub your nose into shit again. So they can mock you and remind you that they would never change. You see, warriors, they understand full well. They're self-aware that they're the problem. They just don't want to contend with that as long as they have supply. They will justify their wretched means to reach it. And it's why you need to be careful, because they are binary. Hell, they're the ones that created the buzzword, fluidity. They're bi, homosexuals. Warriors, narcissists want credit for your hard work, for your network, for the badass connections and decisions that you have made in life. They're waiting for you to catch your second wind. But they're hoping you do it in a way where you're not healing, you're not paying attention to your mental health, and you're coping with success and your job, so much so that you're only half healed. You're busying yourself, but you're not committed to self-awareness, self-growth. What they're hoping is you trip up and only heal halfway so they can come back and take that which you've been coping with to re-energize. Warriors, it's why it's said not everybody's going to make it. Some of you are going to fall behind. Some of us, it took 7 failed Hoovers to wake up. And many of you, it took a shot at unaliving you and failing for you to finally open your eyes and realize you're in danger. It's all prophetic, though. Look, even if you look at the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, the Septuagint, the Emerald Tablets, the Epics of Gilgamesh, regardless of all of that, let's just say it matters not who penned it. Let's just say, are the messages true? Can you benefit from this kind of lifestyle change and mental mindset? Sure you can. So I say this. Let's just say atheists are right, which I don't believe, but let's just say they're right and there is no God. What was wrong with living right among your fellow men with respect and cooperation? So in my opinion, if you have a faith that keeps your moral compass intact and on your path, and you follow it, and let's just say there was no Jonah, there was no big fish, was living right not worth it still? Warriors, I'm going to share something with you that made an impact on me at a very, very, very young age in my research and trying to find truth. And that is that Yeshua fulfilled over 360 prophecies. The analogy I heard, so that you can grasp the magnitude of that statement, it's like filling the entire state of Texas with quarters 1 foot high and dropping 1 nickel in amongst it all and finding that 1 nickel. That's the odds of one prophecy being fulfilled. And there were over 360. Word up. Who the OG now? Yeshua was real. Warriors, do your own due diligence. Let your intuition be your guide. And out in the devil's playground, your gut feeling is the caution flag. Your gut feeling sees and feels before you can actually identify it. It's never failed you. If there's one thing you take heed to is this: find your healthy distractions. Ruminating will fade away once you set your sights with purpose and intent on finding truth. Little by little, Abba, Father, Yehovah, fills in those puzzle pieces. The suspiros will calm. Suspiros. An ugly cry goes to agape, tears of love. You can feel the hug, the embrace, when the Spirit of God is speaking to you. You've heard the voice. It was a whisper that screamed, "Leave now." Aren't you glad you listened? I know I am. Thanks for this badass walk on the beach, warriors. Look at me. You wipe your eyes. You get out there and you smile authentically. You live unapologetically. And the reason you sleep well at night is because you did it right. Against all odds. It took an entire army of misfits to try and bring you down. The badass that you are, you delivered karmic consequence without even knowing the game. Oh, they pissed all right. But the force field around you is so pure of light, it blinds. What cripples the narcissist is not knowing what you truly know. Exposure is what they fear. Fear of exposure is what they respect. Time to put some respect on that name. Can I get a what? Your victory has already been written. This is what narcissists despise about you. And their end has also been written. I just need you to believe. Have faith in the one that whispered a scream. What more validation do you need? Straight from the OG. It's never goodbye, warriors. It's always until next time, and I thank you so much for all your support. It's never goodbye, it's always until next time. Les mando besos y abrazos. Namaste, warriors.
The wastelands through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.